Disneyland is your land.
He comes seeking adventure as the old pirates, eh?
Make the jump to light speed.
Welcome to the Disneyland Beat, where our toes tap to a Disneyland drum.
And we always whistle while we work.
Hi, I'm Amy.
And I'm TC. Things are already starting to change at Disney with Bob Iger back in charge. The newly instated CEO is cleaning out the remains of the Bob Chapek regime in preparation to implement his own plans for the future of the company.
And his vision so far does appear to be, in our opinion, a promising way to set up Disney to be a great company in the far future and not just make a buck right now.
In a memo sent today, Iger expressed his plan to put control back in the hands of the creatives Disney relies on, moving away from the data and streaming-centric approach lauded by Chapek. To start, he ousted Disney veteran Kareem Daniel, one of Chapek's key lieutenants who largely helped implement his agenda.
Chapek had separated control of the company, placing data scientists in charge of making decisions over storytelling. And when your company is built on superlative storytelling, that's a big mistake. Iger is thankfully righting the ship.
In today's memo, Iger said, "I've asked Dana Walden, Alan Bergman, Jimmy Pitaro, and Christine McCarthy to work together on the design of a new structure that puts more decision-making back in the hands of our creative teams, and it rationalizes costs, and this will necessitate a reorganization of Disney media and entertainment distribution."
The newly created and soon-to-be restructured Media and Entertainment Distribution Group was responsible for how the company handled distribution, ad sales, and much more across all of its platforms, including Disney+. While it was key in bolstering subscriber numbers across Disney's platform, it resulted in the company abandoning its core values and mission set out by Walt Disney and the company's founders.
The cost-cutting measures have stretched to affect the parks. They have limited offerings, and there's a very clear maintenance crisis going on, with more rides spending time down for repair than ever before in the park's history.
This has had a negative effect on employee morale, many of whom choose to work for Disney because of its core values and mission. It's also damaged the park's reputation with the occasional visitor and stretched the goodwill of its hardcore fan base.
Iger was vocally against Chapek's strategy of prioritizing content distribution and profits over actual creativity. At a company retreat in 2021, he said, "In a world and business that is awash with data, it is tempting to use data to answer all of our questions, including creative questions. I urge all of you not to do that."
His memo today further states that, while he thinks there is some merit to the DMED branch, it's not a priority under his regime. Quote, "Our goal is to have the new structure in place in the coming months. Without question, elements of DMED will remain, but I fundamentally believe that storytelling is what fuels this company, and it belongs at the center of how we organize our businesses," end quote.
When I heard that decision-making power was going to be put back into creative control and that storytelling was unashamedly the driving force of the company again, what I felt was relief. As a theater designer myself, I've seen the results many times when producers who usually represent the money behind a show take over control from the creative team, resulting in bad storytelling. I always value a leader who understands that.
Iger's comments are the strongest indication yet to Disney fans that there will be tangible, creative changes in how the company operates. Disney has increasingly pumped cash into projects that capitalized on popular properties like the MCU and Star Wars, yet failed to fully hit the mark with audiences.
Under Chapek's regime, some of the largest successes seem to come from more experimental properties like Werewolf by Night and Andor that prioritize unique storytelling approaches over integration into an existing storyline. The Hollywood community at large, with names such as Tim Burton, have been quoted as saying that there wasn't room for different storytelling approaches at the company anymore. Iger seems to want more projects that let the creatives run wild with their ideas and expand beyond the company's usual borders.
Chapek made several other blunders in our opinion. Like, we don't really think he had a good idea of who was working for him, or was willing to really protect and stand up for his employees. And honestly, he just didn't get what Disney really is. He actually once said that animated movies are just for kids. He just kind of missed the whole point of what Uncle Walt was trying to do.
There's a lot of work to be done. Josh D'Amaro is still in charge of the parks, but with a newly invigorated interest in a quality storytelling product, it is possible we will see increased spending in the park experience and hopefully an improvement in maintenance. One can truly hope.
Prices at the parks have been driven up as high as possible, and people are reacting. Yes, you might have gotten more money out of visitors during their recent trip, but because of that experience, they might not come back for several years. We think it's in the park's best interest to relax prices where it's possible to do so, and to not increase them for some time or as dramatically.
And it is clear that a lot of pressure is going to be put on Iger to groom a suitable successor. And we have some advice. Start with a creative leader, a genius storyteller, a person who can empathize with everyone's story, a highly ethical and inclusive person. Then, train them to have the CEO skills that you deem necessary. That's the person we want.
But this fundamental change, prioritizing creative storytelling as the mission and driving force of the company, is the most positive news we've heard from Disney in several years, and we hope that Disneyland benefits from it.
Well, that's it for us today. Thanks so much for joining us.
Please check out our Shopify store where we sell high-quality park photography and art printed on canvas and high-quality paper stocks. We're currently running a holiday sale and have some new holiday-themed prints you are going to want to check out. They make fantastic gifts, and it all helps support this channel, and we could sure use the help.
May the light in the firehouse window always shine brightly, and may your dreams always come true.
See you real soon, Mouseketeers.